Hola amigos, S.P.M aquí. Hoy vamos a volver al Mass Effect. Y vamos a continuar después de haber rescatado a Tiara. Así que tendremos nuevas conversaciones. Vamos a guardar. Y vamos a ver si alguien tiene algo nuevo que decir.
Yes, Commander.
Speak freely, Presley.
I trust you, Commander.
Vale, nada nuevo por aquí.
So do I.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Vale. Bueno, hemos subido de nivel a lo tonto. Vale. 4 puntitos más que vamos a aprovechar. ¿Para qué? Para subir el espectro. Para subir esto de infiltrado. Vamos a subir 1, 2, 3, 4. No llegamos. No llegamos. Vamos. ¿Y la armadura? Sí, esto sí me interesa. 1, 2, 3. Y 4. Ya podamos usar armaduras medias. Códice. Ah, bueno. Y diario. Diario está activo porque tenemos muchas cosas que hacer. De hecho, lo primero que vamos a hacer a lo mejor es volver a la ciudadela. Para hablar a la embajadora sobre su hermana, una que no encontramos. Bueno.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything?
She's the best ship in the...
Lo mismo, esto ya lo vimos.
Too much ship for your average Alliance pilot.
How'd you end up
Look, if
joining
you're
the
looking
Alliance?
for an
Esto ya lo vimos.
ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the
How'd you
Academy.
end up joining
Look,
the
if you're
Alliance?
looking for an inspiration
Esto es el mismo. Vamos.
around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
Investigar, informe, nada. Pues adiós.
All right, see you.
Oh. No hay nadie. Bueno, estamos consiguiendo experiencia. Nada por aquí. Aunque acabamos de pasar por aquí. Creo que para no alargar mucho este vídeo voy a grabar solo las partes cuando haya algo de interés. Así que... nada. Si hay algo de interés lo grabo. Conversación con Kaidan. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Cómo lo llevas?
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
Intentan hacer gracia, pero...
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Doc, seems like I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Just remember,
Only by a few seconds, sir.
just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. But we can't get backup from the council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Vale.
Anything you need, Commander?
¿Algo nuevo?
Just trying to
I've
get a
wasted
sense.
enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for
We'll talk another time.
Commander.
Vale. No quiere hablar de lo suyo. Al menos de momento es algo que iremos desvelando según avance. Nada por aquí tampoco. Vamos a ver cómo está. ¿Y esto? Vale. Vamos a ver los doctores. La doctora Chakwas y Tisoni.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Nada, nada, solo me hablas de...
Go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Solo me comentas sobre caída. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo lo llevas? ¿Te has recuperado?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight.
Me acaba de llamar tonto.
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common. Not for the Asari. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed.
Maybe she wanted to meet.
Benezia never spoke of... Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived.
Bueno, pues nada.
Partner will pass on long...
Supongo que hemos terminado la conversación con Yara.
Goodbye, Commander.
Hala, diviértete. Vale, se va a quedar ahí de pie. Vale, pues... al muelle. Esto siempre es tan lento, este ascensor. ¿O montacargas? Vamos a empezar por ti hoy.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought I was important.
Ujú.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him. So I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Quería...
Shepard.
Rex.
Bueno. Debería guardar por si la conversación sale mal. Como esa no me ha gustado cómo ha quedado.
You have a minute to talk.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really.
Perdona que lo dude, ¿eh?
Will always be more important to them than humans are.
El otro día vi un vídeo de una mujer que empujó a un oso para salvar a su perro, o sea que...
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
No, no voy a tontear con ella.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Bueno.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Creo que debería empezar a reemplazar las partidas guardadas viejas.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Huh?
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Vamos a ver.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Where else have you served, Adams?
Y nada nuevo.
My last assignment was on the Tokyo.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye.
Y a ver.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Lo que me faltaba.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
¿Por?
The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Y con esto creo que lo tenemos todo visto. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. ¿A quién le vamos a a quién nos vamos a llevar para la próxima misión? Nos vamos a llevar a Liara. Así que le vamos a dar un buen de estos, un buen rifle. Tía, esta escopeta me la voy a quedar yo. No me digas que tenía equipo sin... Ah. No. Vale. Liara. Liara, un momento. De hecho, ni siquiera sé cuáles son tus puntos fuertes. Liara. A ver. Creo que me voy a quedar con el equipo. Me voy a quedar de momento con el equipo. Y... vamos a ir a la ciudadela a hablar con la embajadora sobre su hermana. Nos lo quitamos ya de en medio.
Automated distress beacon.
Parece que hemos... Antes de ir a la ciudadela estaba explorando el último de los sistemas que nos faltaba por explorar. Y hemos encontrado una baliza, parece. En Edolus. Edolus es un planeta terrestre con una atmósfera de dióxido de carbono y nitrógeno. Su superficie está cubierta por amplios desiertos de arena de silicato. Solo unas cuantas áreas de rocas ígneas se elevan por encima del suelo y cortan los ásperos vientos cargados de polvo. La órbita de Edolus está cubierta por restos rocosos atraídos por la gravedad del gigante gaseoso Ontamalca. Debido a la gran probabilidad de impacto de meteoritos, su exploración es altamente peligrosa. Pues vamos a explorarlo. Algo interesante parece. Una baliza. Nos vamos a llevar a Ashley y Tiara, que son los dos extremos. Oh, eso ha sido un meteorito. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ir directamente a la interrogación. No me gusta que esté oyendo todo el tiempo los meteoritos. No sé si impactarán. Oh, oh. ¿Aquí es donde están los gusanos, esos gigantes? ¿Pausas trilladoras eran o algo así? Sí, o algo así, fauces. Ahí están. Esa es la cola, supongo. ¿Por qué tanta cola? Nos persigue. Muévete. Oh, mierda. ¿Nos ha matado? Nos ha matado. Esto no puede quedar así. Si las falsas trilladoras no eran... A ver. No eran especialmente complicadas. Lo único que hay que impedir que nos alcance. A ver, aparece. La historia es que no hay que parar nunca. Acelera. Acelera. Oh, mierda, está muy cerca. Está a punto de morir. Mierda, que no sí. Pilla. Se queda atascado. Murió, iba a decir. Murió. Bueno. Vamos a reparar. A ver. ¿Qué tenemos por aquí?
These are Alliance soldiers. It appears they were lured here by the distress beacon.
These are Admiral Kahoku's men. We need to tell him what happened here.
Ah, vaya, esta era la misión. Deberíamos acabar con la baliza. No podemos acabar con la baliza. Bueno. Al menos hemos descubierto lo que ha pasado con los hombres estos. ¿Qué haces, Sally? Vámonos de aquí. Bueno, tenemos otro sitio que investigar. Tal que allí. Allí hay alguien. Vale. Mierda. Ahora. Capitán Milo. Vale. No, hablar no. Vamos a entrar. Vamos a guardar. Y voy a seguir investigando el planeta porque hay más terreno que mirar. Bueno, tenemos esto. Vamos a mirar esto. Vale. Vamos a pasar por encima del muerto. Leche. Los meteoritos que suenan como si nos estuvieran atacando algo. ¡Ostras! ¡Y mierda! ¡Mierda! Vamos a irnos aquí, que hay más hueco. ¡No! No, no quería hacer esto. Y ahora sí. Voy a mirar un poco el mapa por mi cuenta. A ver qué encuentro. Bueno. He encontrado aquí esto. Voy a guardar porque no sé si es que hay una fauce trilladora por aquí. Pero hay un vehículo ardiente. Y es interesante. Y esto está muy llano. Tiene pinta de que hay algo. ¿O no? Pues nada, me he equivocado. Pensaba que esto era importante, pero no. Parece que no. También he encontrado restos aquí, pero eso no lo voy a documentar. Vale, pues nada. Me he equivocado. Voy a seguir explorando el mapa. Vamos a volver aquí a este valle. Vale. Pues nada. A seguir explorando. Bueno, no he encontrado nada más de interés. Bueno, he encontrado un disco proteano y eso, pero vamos, en poca historia más. Así que vamos a volver a la ciudadela. Vamos a hablar de lo que le ha pasado a sus hombres a Coleco. Bah. Vale. Me voy a llevar a Liara. Y me voy a llevar... Esta porque vamos a hablar con una Sari. Y... Vamos a llevarnos a Ashley otra vez. Las dos de antes. Porque como vamos a hablar con un general...
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Vale. Hola. ¿Me estabas esperando?
Tin Hut!
At ease. Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
We weren't told to expect you, sir. I would have prepared a formal greeting.
Spare me the pleasantries. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You in the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
You don't approve of the Normandy's design?
This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Vaya, hombre.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
Me falta uno.
None, sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but your reasons seem sound. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
Vaya. Podía haber salido mejor, supongo. En fin.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Oh, vaya, hombre. Ahí tenemos también a la de las noticias. No puedo guardar. No puedo guardar por algún motivo. Ahora.
Commander Shepard?
¿Qué te pasa?
Khaleesa been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Cierra la boca.
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Mm-hmm.
Saren instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned to bring him in.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says Eden Prime was attacked by rogue synthetics. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
Bueno. Supongo que habrá ido bien. A ver, vamos directamente a... Bueno, la embajadora no sé dónde puede estar. Pues a lo mejor puedo preguntar aquí.
Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
No.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
A la embajadora a lo mejor es la que estaba aquí. Veía una Asari aquí en el bar. Nasana, me suena que puede ser Nasana.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nasana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. It didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nasana, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation.
Vaya, hombre.
I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits. But I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Lo mismo digo.
Thank you for all your help, Shepard.
O sea, nos hemos adelantado a la misión. Bueno, he traído a Tiara, pero no ha intervenido. Y ahora tenemos que... Ah, sí, a hablar con el que está en la torre. nombre, Emily Wong. Esa era la periodista. No la periodista de antes, sino...
Commander Shepard, could I have another word with you? Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety. I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
Eso espero. A ver... Allí estás. Kahoku.
No, I'm waiting to speak. Commander, any word on my missing men?
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Admiral. Your men were killed by a thresher maw.
A thresher maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Captain Anderson said you had information.
The missing recon group?
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
Bueno, por fin se ha quitado de en medio. Vale, ya que estamos por aquí, no sé si alguien más quiere algo de mí. ¿Quién ha dicho eso? Ah, Liara.
Think of all the important decisions the Council has made right here. Trillions of lives hanging on their every word and deed. It's awe-inspiring.
Aquel no me suena de haberlo escaneado. O puede que sí. Bueno, no sé si hay algo más que hacer por la ciudadela, pero tendré que buscar misiones, supongo. No parece que haya nada más. Tú que era lo que quería, cara. Esta. Vale. Vale.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she...
Ya lo sabemos. Me parece que lo voy a dejar por hoy aquí. Así que ya continuaremos. Tengo que mirar, buscar las misiones de la Ciudadela y continuaremos explorando el universo, pero más adelante. Así que gracias por acompañarme y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Hasta otra.